It's hard to believe it, Broncos country, but NFL free agency is almost here. We are just 6 days away from the legal tampering period, which is the unofficial start to free agency. It's where teams can start meeting with prospective free agents and contract terms can be agreed to, but the contracts themselves will not become official until 2 days later on Wednesday, March 12th, when the new league year begins. So we are here, Broncos country. This is the time where things are going to start happening rather quickly. We've already seen several teams make moves. We've even seen a few trades be agreed to. The Deebo Samuel trade. Today, we learned that the Rams agreed to trade offensive lineman Jonah Jackson to the Bears. And we're starting to see the Denver Broncos make some moves as well. The first step of free agency, of course, is determining which in-house guys you want to bring back and which of your restricted free agents and exclusive rights free agents do you want to place tenders on. We had the Denver Broncos make some moves in that regard. I want to go ahead and bring in this tweet here from Mike Kliss. The Broncos have tendered exclusive rights contracts to tight end Lucas Krull and edge rusher Dondrea Tillman per source. So what this means is technically these players are still exclusive rights free agents. They can agree to a contract with another team, but that cannot happen until they sign these tenders, and the agreements of these tenders would mean that that team would have to give up draft compensation to the Denver Broncos, the team that would sign either one of these players. It would be a late round draft pick, seventh round pick, but the reason why teams put these tenders on these players is because no other team is actually going to do that. Nobody's going to give up draft compensation to the Broncos for either Lucas Krull or Dondrea Tillman. So this is basically a way for them to retain these players for another year. Both of their contracts will be worth a little bit shy of $1 million. I believe it's going to be $960,000 for each player. So very cheap money. It's not going to be expensive at all to retain either one of these players. Lucas Krull, I gotta be honest, I don't really get it. I don't think Lucas Krull was worth the investment that the Denver Broncos made in him in terms of the amount of playing time that he got last year. I thought that he wasn't getting separation, he wasn't getting open, he was putrid as a blocker. There really wasn't anything in particular that Lucas Krull did well. He led the team in receptions from the tight end position with a whopping 19 yards, or a whopping 19 receptions for 150 yards. That makes no sense to bring him back, in my opinion. I want the Broncos to completely reset the tight end room. As far as I'm concerned, the only guy in that room from last season that I want back is Nate Atkins, and I'm thinking about maybe converting Atkins to fullback full-time, depending on if you want to bring back Michael Burton or not. So, I don't know, man. Some people like Lucas Krull. Clearly, Sean Payton is amongst the people who like Lucas Krull, but I think that he is a very subpar NFL player and does not move the needle at all for me. He's just kind of a wasted roster spot for somebody else who could potentially show impact on this offense long term. I don't think Lucas Krull falls into that category. But I am very happy that the Denver Broncos have tendered Dondrea Tillman. I very much do think he is worthy of the roster spot. I think he has solidified himself as the fourth edge rusher for the Denver Broncos. He had 22 total pressures last year along with 5 sacks. You will gladly take that from your number 4 edge rusher all day long. Dondrea Tillman is a guy who I think has a really high ceiling. I think that he could easily become a high-end rotational player for you, and he showed flashes of that last year. He had playing time in the United Football League. Well, I guess it was technically the USFL when he played there. It was with the Birmingham Stallions, who have gone on to win multiple championships. Dondrea Tillman won 3 championships with the Birmingham Stallions. So he is clearly a player that the Denver Broncos like and are very happy to have back. And I like him too, man. He has really good tape, and the production in terms of numbers is very much there with Dondrea Tillman. So good move bringing him back. Lucas Krull. Yeah, I don't like the move. I would have moved on from Lucas Krull and allowed him to maybe find another opportunity elsewhere and allow the Denver Broncos to have that roster spot available for maybe somebody who's going to have a better chance at actually making the team. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about the Denver Broncos bringing back Lucas Krull and Dondrea Tillman? Again, technically they could still sign with another team, but that's not going to happen. No other team's going to give up draft compensation to land either one of these players. Drop those comments down below, guys, and let me know your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well. Subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.